Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. In this second part, I'm gonna show you how to do the bottom part of the bikini cover up. In the first video, I did the top, and now the lower part. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel that you will find the English version in there. To make the lower part of this bikini cover up, the second piece, I'm gonna use the same type of yarn, this white bamboo and cotton blend. They are 50 grams and they're like a silky thread, and they're like many strands together and nice and soft, and they're like a fine too. The crochet hook that I'm gonna use is a 3mm. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissors. Like this, we're gonna do two pieces for the bikini cover up for the bottom part. It's very easy to do. This one will be a medium size, but remember, all the medium sizes are not exactly the same, so depend of your size, of your hip, and your figure is how you're gonna do this. Maybe with 4 granny square it will be big enough for you, maybe 5 if too small, and you will need one more for number 6. And the length is up to you, the length that you want to give to yours. After we do the granny square, we're gonna do the same stitch that we did for the top, and in the side we're gonna do some chain space. That way, when we do a I-cord or a chain, you can pass it through here and you close the two sides. Okay. After I did the chains in the side, when I finish here, I continue doing the chain on the side. I did a row of single crochet in the top, and then I came to the other side and I did the chain space in here, and I finished here with a slip stitch, and I left the border the same as the top. So I already have 4 of the square done. I'm going to show you how to do one. That will be my number 5. But your first one, you have to do the entire square, and to that one you will attach the rest in a straight line. And that is for this part at the top. So now I'm going to do my last one, and for yours, we're going to start with a slip knot. And we're going to do a chain of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to go to the first chain space, and you're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and the same space you're gonna do a double crochet that you don't want to finish. You have 2 loops. You're gonna do another double crochet, and you have 3 loops. You're gonna close those 3 loops with a slip stitch, and you're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna do a yarn over, and you're gonna do again 3 double crochet that you don't want to finish. So you do the first one, yarn over the second one, yarn over the third double crochet. Now you're going to close those 4 loops, and you're going to chain 5. And like that is how you're going to do this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to do 12 of this group of 3 double crochet that you're going to close them together in the top. You have 1 loop in your hook, yarn over. You're going to do a double crochet that you don't want to finish. You have 2. Yarn over, a double crochet that you don't want to finish. You have 3. Yarn over, another double crochet, and you have 4 loops on your hook. You pass your yarn through, and you chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like that, you're going to continue until you have 12 of this group. When you do the last one, I will meet you here because we're going to finish only with the chain 2 to close our first round. Each time you do one of these group, you have to push and push them back That way you make a space for the next one. Remember, it's 12 of them that you have to fit in a chain of 6. So I have 11. I have to do one more and then close our first round. Once you do the last one, you will chain 2. You're going to do a yarn over and you're going to come here. I like to pass my hook inside those loops, those 3 loops, and I will do a double crochet. And here you are in the center of the chain space. Now for round 2, you'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go to this chain space and you do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go to the chain space, the next chain space, and do a single crochet. And like that is how you're gonna do round 2. I will meet you here at the end in the last chain 5 space to close round 2 and do the last round. Like you see, it's very easy to do. I'm at the last space in between these two where you start. You're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna come here and tap at that double crochet that you did, and I always like to pass through that chain and the double crochet like this, and you're gonna do a slip stitch and you finish that round. You're gonna do in that chain space 1, 2 slip stitch, and you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do 2 double crochet that you don't want to finish in that space. 1 and 2, and the chain 3 counts as the first one, so you will have 3. You're going to do a slip stitch and you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the same space, you're going to do again 3 double crochet that you don't want to finish. We are creating the first corner. So you're going to do a double crochet that you don't want to finish. That's 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do slip stitch through those 4 loops. You're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go to the first chain 5 space. Do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You go to the next space and you're going to do a single crochet. Now you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to create another corner in this chain 5 space. So yarn over. You're going to do 3 double crochet, then you're going to finish. That's 1, 2, and 3. You have 4 loops. You're gonna slip stitch through those 4 loops. You're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in the same space, you're gonna do again your 3 double crochet that you don't want to finish. That's 1, 2, and 3. A slip stitch, and like that you have your second. Now you'll chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the next chain space, and you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over, and we're going to make corner number 3. So you're going to do 3 double crochet that you're going to finish, 1, 2, and 3, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, again in the same space, 3 double crochet that you're going to finish, 1, 2, and 3, slip stitch through those 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the next chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're gonna work in corner number 4 exactly the same, double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, a slip stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a slip stitch in the space, slip stitch, sorry, no, 3 double crochet, 2 and 3. Now is when you need to do the slip stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet in the next chain space and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're gonna do slip stitch and top at this group of 3. Like I mentioned before, I like to pass my hook through those 3 loops and do the slip stitch, and you'll chain 1, cut the yarn, and in the first one you can lose the tail because the first one is fine, because the other one is if you are going to increase more squares. So once you finish the first one, you're gonna work in the second one, because you're gonna attach the second one to this first one. So when you work in 2 at the corner and you start working in the third one, I will meet you here to attach the third one and the fourth to the first square. That will be like this. Once you have the first one complete and you're working in the second one, see, I'm working in the third corner. You can do it between second and third, but I like to do it between third and fourth. I already have my 4 square here, but for yours it will be between the first one and the second one. So make sure that the first one is right size facing up, and you go in this corner like that. That's where you're gonna work. I'm gonna chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna do the first half at this corner. So the 3 double crochet without finish, and then you do the slip stitch. Now you're gonna chain 2, 1 and 2, and you go to the center of this corner, and you're gonna do a single crochet, and you'll have wrong sides at facing each other, the wrong side from this one and the wrong side from that one. You're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna do a yarn over, and you're gonna finish this corner. 3 double crochet. You're gonna do a slip stitch, and you're gonna chain 2, 1 and 2. You're gonna come to the chain 5 space between those 3 double crochet, and this one here in that space you're gonna do a single crochet. Chain 2. You're gonna come to this next chain 5 space, you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 2. You're gonna go to the next space of 5 chains, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and the next chain 5 space, chain 2, and then you're going to single crochet, you see, in the chain space between the chain 5 and that first group of 3 double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and you're going to do your first half of the corner. So 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. You're going to close the 3 double crochet, chain 2. You're going to close this corner, chain 2, and you're going to finish the other half at this corner, the fourth. So you're going to do just 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to close those 3, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet, and then chain 5 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, single crochet, and then chain 5 space, and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're going to do a slip stitch. I always like to go put past the hook through those 3 double crochet from the top, and you do the slip stitch, chain 1, and cut your yarn, pass it through, and then later just to lose the tail. You will have your pieces like that. You have to attach 5 or 4. Remember, these stretch a lot, so you have to measure in your body and here. You see, this is stretch, and remember that we're gonna have this one and that one like that, so you can have these more separate or more close to each other, depend on the amount of squares that you did. So you did more, and you will have a smaller space, but you do less, you will have a wider space on the side. So it's up to you. You have to measure on yourself. Okay, so do your 4, 5, 6, the amount that you need for yours. Once you have your 4 or 5 or 6 granny square and a line, you're going to work on the lower part, and I absolutely love the combination of the stitches. If you like, you can do the entire piece doing granny square and granny square and granny square, but I absolutely love the combination because it looks amazing in the top piece of the set. You see, it looks really nice like this with the combination of the granny square and this beautiful open stitch, and you will have this nice little border in both. So we're gonna start in the corner here of this granny square, and we're gonna finish in this one. Is this perfect amount of spaces for this stitch. So I'm gonna cut here 1, 2, and the third chain I'm gonna place my hook. That way we're gonna have a straight work. You're gonna do a slip knot, and with one of these little ball I did the first piece. I have a little left, so with 2 will be enough for this one, for this lower part. So you're gonna pass it through. You see, I like to create those loops because once you start chaining 3, that is very secure your work. So that's 1, 2, 3 chain, in the same space you're gonna do a double crochet, 1 and 2 for a total of 3 with a chain 3. You see, like that. That will create a straight border because we're gonna do that in all the rows. We're gonna do those 3 double crochet. You don't see as much in here because you have this chain already done. Well, I have the chain already done, so but that is what we're gonna do in the end and at the beginning of the round, of each round or row. So you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna go to the first chain 5 space and here, and you're gonna do a single crochet. I keep grabbing the tail. So you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the center space here of chain 5 you're gonna do one of these stitches. So that will be 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same space, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna go to the chain 5 space and you're gonna do a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the space here in between the 2 square and the single crochet you're gonna do one of those stitch. You're gonna do 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna chain 2 and you're gonna do 3 more double crochet, and like that's how you're gonna work this row. So you have the right amount of space for this with these granny squares, you see. So like that you're gonna continue. You're gonna chain 3 single crochets, chain 3 the stitch in the center, chain 3 single crochet, chain 3 the stitch in here. I'm gonna work in this square in Spanish one more time, and then I will show you in this one another repetition. I will zoom in, that way you can see you have a better look what I'm doing. So you're gonna chain, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Go to the first chain 5 space, single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You go to the center. You're gonna do the stitch again, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same space, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a single crochet in the chain 5 space, 1, 2, and 3. And again you're gonna do the stitch in between these two corners. I still have my tails and all the square and all the pieces, just in case I have to do any changes. I can remove the pieces, no problem, because once I lose the tails and then it's a little more complicated, I will have to completely cut with the scissor my pieces. So it's easier if I had tails to pull. So like that, you see, you're gonna continue all the way until the end. Finish 1, 2, and 3. My last single crochet, chain 3, yarn over. You see, you're gonna go to the last corner, 1, 2, and the third chain. You're gonna do 3 double crochet to finish. And the same way that you start, you finish your row. And now we're gonna work in the second one. So I don't want to count this row as the first one. I'm gonna start counting from the next one, because you need a set of 2 rows in order to do the stitch. So these 2 is the one that make the stitch. So this one was like row 2, but that's why I don't gonna count. I'm gonna start counting from this one. You do in pairs. You finish with this one, and at the end you will count that one. That way you know the amount of rows you have from one to do the next one. You'll see that will make sense what I'm saying. So you're gonna start with the chain of 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna turn your work around, and on top of that same double crochet where that chain 3 is, you're gonna do 2 more double crochet. You see, exactly the same way that you begin and end, you're gonna do the next row. Now you're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over. You're gonna go to the chain 2 space in between the double crochet, and you're going to do again 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, and 3, and that's what you're going to do in this row. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over in the center again. You're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. And start to look like this. I'm gonna finish here with the chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, yarn over, and you're gonna go to the third chain that you start with, and the third one, you're gonna do your 3 double crochet, and you see the same way that you begin, you end your rows. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and turn your work around, and it start to look like this. You're gonna start in the same space with 2 more double crochet after you do the chain 3. So in the same double crochet you're gonna do 2 more. So you always gonna start as like this and finish the same with 3 double crochet at the end. And this one you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna count 1, 2, and then the third chain. Inside the third chain you're gonna do your single crochet. I like to work inside the chain, that way you see this stitch don't move around, is in place, secure. So you're gonna chain 3 more, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over, and in that chain 2 space you're gonna do again 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna do 3 double crochet. So like that you're gonna finish this row all the way to the end, doing this repetition of chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and the stitch. You know, if I like, I could do this 1, 2, and 3, and do the single crochet like this, but I don't like this moving around, you see, and closer to one, further from the other one. I like to have it nice and secure, and the center chain. So I will finish this row, and I will show you one more time those 2 row repetition, and then you can continue working and give the length that you want for yours. like that, you're going to continue working those 2 row repetition until you have the desired length. So for the first piece that I did, it's like this. I'm going to count the amount of rows that I did, and that way you know. So I don't want to count the first one. I will add that one at the end, and I'm going to count these 2 as one, and then I double them up, and then I will add this one at the end. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9, 18, plus this first one, 19 rows. I'm going to measure it for you as well, and I'm going to measure to one of these points. And measure 11 inches exactly, and that is 28 centimeters. So you will give to your piece the desired length that you want, but once you finish, you have to finish with the repetition of this row. And at the end here, don't cut your yarn, because we're going to do this border chain space. That way we can pass our chain or I-cord through all the way to the top, and then we're going to do a border of single crochet in order to come to the other side and do the chain space as well. So the same way that you do the first one, you're going to do I have the desired length that is the same as the other one. And I finished here with the double crochet. So now we're going to work the chain space on the side. You're going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to skip those 2 double crochet space, or those 2 rows, and in the base of the second one where you have those coming out, you're going to do a single crochet like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You have 2 rows of double crochet in the base of the second one. You're going to do a single crochet, and like that you're going to have 9 of these chain space. You're going to finish in the last 2 in here. So each group of these, you see, is 2 rows. So you have 9 of these repetition. So you will have 9 of these on the side until this one in here. So you will have 1 row plus the square. So I will measure here to work in the side. I have here my 9 loops. Now you are at this point where you have that row of 3 double crochet and the corner. So you're going to chain 7, 1, so I have my 9 loops, and you are in here where you have that last row of 3 double crochet and the corner. You're going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and you're going to do your single crochet and the chain 5 space in here. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a single crochet in the chain 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Single crochet in the chain 5 space, and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're going to do a single crochet on the 3rd chain of this corner. In the same space, you're going to do a single crochet, and now you're going to come here to the chain 5 space, and you're going to do a single crochet, and then 1 and 2 and 3. Now in between this single crochet and the chain 5 space, you're going to do a single crochet. Now in the chain 5 space, you're going to do 1, 2, 3 single crochet, and now 1 in between that single crochet and the chain 5 space, and then 1, 2, and 3, and then on the other side at that stitch a single crochet. You're gonna do another one in that chain 2 space, 1 single crochet and that single crochet in between the corner, and then you go back again. And continue like that, doing your single crochet like this all the way until the chain 3 space. You do the last one, and then you'll chain 5 single crochet, chain 5 single crochet, chain 5 single crochet, and then from this one you're going to chain 7, and you're going to go all the way in here after you pass that first row of 3 double crochet, and you do a single crochet, and then in group of 2 you're going to do the 7 chains and single crochet, and you'll have the same amount of loops than the other side. You'll finish here on top of the 3rd chain with the single crochet, slip 1 stitch, cut the yarn and lose your tail, and like that's how you're going to do your 2 pieces. You're gonna do your 2 pieces exactly the same like this. Later I will lose all the tails on mine. So now I'm gonna show you how to do this I-cord. It's very easy to do. It's not a heavy duty I-cord, but it looks really nice. And it measures like 56 inches, 140 centimeters, give or take. So that's what we're gonna do now. You're gonna start with a slip knot, and you're gonna do a chain of the length that you want for yours. Like I mentioned, for mine, the one that I already made is 56 inches around that length. So once you have the length of your chain, you're gonna go to the 2nd chain from the hook, and you're gonna leave 2 strands to the top and 1 to the lower part, and you're gonna do a slip stitch, and you go to the next chain space and you're gonna do a slip stitch. You have to make sure that you do the slip stitch on each chain space. Sometimes it will seem like you've done already a slip stitch in the next space, but you have to make sure that you do, that you don't skip any, and always leaving 1 strand to the lower part and 2 to the top. That will make nice and round. like this. That's how you're gonna continue working all the way until the end. You go to the last one, you'll do the just slip stitch. You're gonna chain 1, cut the yarn, pass the tail through, do 2 knots with the end tail and the beginning tail, and then you will lose those tails and it will be a really nice cord. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine and I will meet you here. I already lost all the tails and I passed the cord in a zigzag here between these 2 pieces, and that's what you're gonna do in between your pieces. So you can give the length that you want. I did this one short, but you can make yours longer if you want. So it's up to you, the length that you want to give to yours. So you're gonna come like this, right side facing up. And you're gonna go to the first loop. You're gonna pass it through the first loop on the other side, and then you go back and forth. You go to one side, the next one, and then the next one, and the other side. Make sure that you don't skip one of the loops, and you'll go like that in a zigzag. I will finish these. I will put them 2 pieces in the mannequin and I will show you the end result. Well, this is the end result and I absolutely love this set. They look gorgeous together. I used 2 balls for the lower part and 2 for the top, so with 4 of these balls will be enough for a set this size, and absolutely love it. So I hope you guys like it and give it a try and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful set and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Rubynet Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Rubynet Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye. I'm including this note here at the end because once I already have edited the video and everything, even uploaded, I had to unload it from YouTube. I tried this on to show my daughter, and this was too big, this part in here, in the border. So I decided to do a double crochet border in the top. So I close this in the top here. You see, this is still the side where is have the cord that is open. The only part that is closed is in this border. So I start here. Remember, we did a row of the single crochet on top of the squares. So I started here. I did a single crochet, you see, in the corner of this one, and in the, you see, right in here before the corner. In the corner I did 2 single crochet and I jumped from this one to that one. I closed as much as I could this part in here, and then I jumped to this one. I did 2 single crochet, and in this beginning at this space I did a decrease, and each time I start and the next square after the corner, and the next space I did a decrease. I did 2 single crochet together, and so on. And the row after that I did decrease again. I did some decrease and 2 more row after that, like a 4 row of decrease. I decreased some stitches, that way it fits better. Remember, I lost some weight, so I have to do this because otherwise it was completely falling off at the back. So I did this border of single crochet. I'm gonna measure for you. Sorry that I didn't realize to try it on. I put it on the mannequin and I don't realize to try it on myself and do this on camera, but that's why I'm leaving this note for you. I did 1 inch, and the last row was a row of crab stitch, a backward single crochet. So I love this very much. I decided I want to do another one like this, but a little bit longer. And in that one, yes, I will show you how to do this single crochet border because I absolutely love this piece. So sorry about that, but that's why I'm including this note at the end of the video. That way, if you want to do a border of single crochet, you can do that, and that don't affect of this open space. If I want to open this more, I can open this more, but this band is completely closed, okay?